Susanna Dodgson, July 12, 2017. Can you hear the birds? It's about 80 degrees, nearly 7 o'clock, beautiful summer evening. And what you're looking at is radish pods. So what happens is you let the radishes keep on growing. So you don't rip them up and eat the root, which is the red part of the radish. But you let it go to seed, and it grows these beautiful flowers. And then out pops these pods, which are even more delicious than the radishes. And there's my rabbit, my favorite little rabbit. He's here every day. Actually, there's 2 of them. They're very healthy and they're very happy. And they love the clover. Look at him eating my grass, you see? Now, if he would only do that for the whole thing, I wouldn't have to cut the grass at all. Look at it, he's so happy just eating the grass. Which is a different approach than the squirrels. The squirrels go up to my beans, my tomatoes, blueberries, everything, and they take a bite and then they spit it out. But that rabbit is just lovely. Oh, just gorgeous. I look at him through my office window every day, just bouncing through the grass. Very, very happy. Today is July 12. I made a video in about a month ago, and I was watching it today, and I can't believe how much my garden has changed. One thing that's very obvious, apart from the radish pods, and look, they're all over there. I'll harvest those today. So apart from the abundance of radish pods, I also have these amazing pumpkins. I'm not quite sure what this vine is, but something's growing here. That actually might be the butternut squash, which is right here. I can see 2 of those. Beautiful. I grew those just from seeds from a pumpkin that I ate. And there's another type of pumpkin here, with these huge leaves with white veins. Beautiful. And look at this. Now, I think the squirrels have already had a little bite out of it, but it is quite big. You can see that's my hand, and it's growing quite happily. And then there's another one over here. Now, what surprised me, apart from the fact that I'm actually growing pumpkins, which was quite a shock, what really surprised me was how much the leaves spread. They stretch over everywhere. You can see here that I have a whole lot of pots. I collect rainwater, and I entirely water my garden. Look at the rabbits still eating away. Maybe that's what happened to my carrots. I was growing carrots there, and I thought they'd all just curled up and died, but maybe my rabbit helped it along. So I entirely water from harvested rainwater. I have a rain barrel that goes off the end of this roof, and I have some rain barrels in the front. And generally I can collect 3 sets of 50 gallons of a decent rain, and that lasts until the next time it rains. Now here I have planted an avocado. Now clearly an avocado tree is not going to grow outside, not in North America. But during the summer it gets pretty hot. I mean, it was over 90 degrees today. And then after October I just bring them inside, and they stay warm along with everything else. Look, I'm growing some roses. Look at those buds. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. Kids are playing in the backyard. It really is a beautiful summer's day. Here we have another kind of squash, which I'm not quite sure what it is. I imagine one day I'll wake up and come out here and I'll see something magnificent. Look at that, beautiful. Look at that, look at this, beautiful. Beautiful flowers. And here is my peppers patch, my pepper patch. This, look at this. Very nice white flowers that are turning into peppers. And here's a nice little pepper here. And there's another nice one here. And there's one here. So it's actually not doing too badly. If I get to them before the squirrels do, I may well have a yield of about 6 peppers. These peppers I had growing in my office the whole winter, and I had a yield of about 3. So I brought it outside when it was nice and warm, and pulled out everything that looked unhelpful, and it's just doing beautifully. Over here I have some more potatoes growing. I did plant sunflowers here, but nothing happened. I am spectacularly unsuccessful at growing sunflowers. And here is my entire yield of carrots. These beautiful leaves, they're just gorgeous. And you can eat them. People cut those off the top of the carrots, but I don't. It makes wonderful for salads and stews. And there's some kale. I've been very successful at growing kale all over my garden. I started with seeds at the same time as I planted spinach. But the spinach didn't happen. But the kale is doing beautifully. Look, this is some kind of bean. Yep. See, look at that. Things are happening. Before too long, I'll have some nice long beans there. And this is some more radishes. They haven't flowered yet. I could pull them out and eat the root, or just leave them there and I get all these pods, which is a far bigger yield than if you just eat the red bit at the bottom. And right in front, with all these beautiful yellow flowers, this is my summer squash. And so far I've had a yield of 4 enormous summer squash. The biggest one was over 15 inches long. And I gave it to my son Alistair yesterday. And he said, "Oh, you didn't grow that. You bought it in a store." And I said, "Nope, I grew it." And which is actually quite funny because Alistair planned the garden. Look at that, with a beautiful evening sun. This is the magic hour, where the light is golden. But that's some more kale. And I think the next to it is cabbage. Not quite sure what that is. What happens is I plant things in pots and then they don't grow, and then I change them, move them somewhere else, empty the pots, but maybe the seeds are still there, and I end up having things that I don't know that I have. This isn't doing very well. I don't know why. I planted that a long time ago. I thought that was cabbage. Maybe it's just going to take a while. It doesn't look very happy though. That yellow looks like it's okay. But my kale, my gosh, that's gorgeous. Look at that. That beautiful evening sunlight. All right, I'm going to walk over to another patch. This is my parsley and my chives, just growing along nicely. This is an onion patch, which I need to do some more weeding, but they're growing along. They're growing quite nicely. And here are more radishes that have gone to seed, that are about to go to seed. They have the beautiful flowers, beautiful white flowers. And then the radish pods will start appearing, which they haven't yet, but they will. Some more kale. I planted lemon seeds in here. Hopefully that'll turn into a little lemon tree that I can bring inside. And here are some more carrots that I just planted very recently. Look at those. You can see, yeah, the little the leaves with. And this is cilantro. And more cilantro. You see over there, I've got some onions in some pots like that, and this one. And this, I believe, is spinach, but it doesn't look terribly happy either. None of the spinach looks, actually, I don't think it is spinach, I think it's cabbage. We'll see. And there is my very nice watering can, which I like so much. So this is the back of my property. This was all cleared. There was nothing there. All the ivy was pulled out in the spring, and now there's things that are 3 feet, 4 feet high. It's absolutely jammed with life, and it's all hitchhikers. I didn't put any of that stuff in. This is my my greenhouse that I will probably be using fairly soon. Well, in 3 months. More potatoes here. I just planted them. What I do is I buy potatoes at the store, and I just leave them out. They grow little shoots, and then I plant them, and they do really well. So then for every one potato I get 3 or 4 really yummy ones. It also works for sweet potatoes too. And this is my bean patch. Okay, not a bad idea to do a bit of weeding here. I've had quite a few beans here. I had some tiger eye beans that I collected and dried, so that I'll be able to plant them again next year, which is rather marvelous. But you see these beans? See, they're growing things on the side. I'll get some more beans from them. Beautiful. Look at those. It's so nice when you see flowers, because when you see a flower, you see food. And this, yes, I had a lot of very nice beans from here. And here we are. Actually, this one is soybeans. This is my kale patch, which is just doing magnificently. I've been, for the past month, I've been cutting kale leaves off every night and cooking them for dinner. And also digging up potatoes from my potato patch. But, you know, I'm not sure what it is. It looks like a very impressive grass. But look at this though. This is a bean. Beautiful bean. Look at these beautiful, beautiful leaves. And look at this. It's already growing some beans. Look at that. Gorgeous. Amazing how you just throw some seeds in. You know, it's astonishing the things that come to life. This was my melon patch, and spectacularly unsuccessful cantaloupe patch. It looks like I'm growing some roses, which is I don't know why, but hey, I like roses. And I planted some, there's some kale. No, that's not kale. That's cabbage. And here's some kale here. So that's doing all right. And it also looks like I'm growing a bean here. And there's a little kale the other side too. But mostly this is a miserable failure. I was hoping it would be full of cantaloupes by now. And I didn't get one. Such a pity. And this is my potato patch. You can see the potatoes are starting to die. But when you go down, you see these little tiny potatoes. They're growing little tiny potatoes. So I just want to keep them in for as long as possible. I have to work on that a bit. Put some more soil on there and give them a whole lot of water. Over here, this is another bean patch over here too. So this is my back garden. There we are, there's another bean there. Another bean there. And these two, I'm going to have to, I'll probably dig them out tomorrow and put something else in there. And here is my cucumber harvest. Look at this. I don't like leaving things out too long because the squirrels will get it, but so far they haven't been interested in the cucumber, and that's just doing beautifully. And there's another one here. So far a yield of 2 cucumbers. And this is my compost heap. I just got beautiful soil. Because I'm vegan, I don't have any animal products, so everything is vegetables and grows very well. This is my side. I'm in the process of cleaning this. That's my beautiful rain barrel that fills up with every rain. Now this whole section, this half section here, there used to be roses here. I only have one rose bush, but I'm planning on clearing out. I've started to clear out this whole section. Next year I want to have blackberries here, and I think they'll do very well. But for the moment I'm just pulling things out bit by bit, slow process. And it's a shame because a lot of these plants are really beautiful. This is a flower. In fact, a lot of these things flower beautifully. Just gorgeous. Wow. And here is my tomato section. Unfortunately, this year the squirrels have really liked my tomatoes, and they've been taking a bite out of each tomato and running away with it. So I've seen quite a few that have been a decent size, and when I've gone out to look at them, harvest them, they're gone. So we'll see how many of these tomatoes I get and how many the squirrels get. Look. So this is my blueberry bush, which had a lot of very nice blueberries, but the squirrels got them first. And this is my catnip. And I bought catnip in order to give something for neighborhood cats to come and hang out with. And I was promised that when you have catnip, the cats show up from everywhere and they scare away the squirrels. Well, that has not happened. But I live in hope. So this is my front garden here. And the sun is setting. It's coming through the trees, through the leaves. Gorgeous. Oh, that sunlight is lovely. You can see here there's a lot of clover here, which is what keeps my rabbits happy. And here. No fertilizer on this garden, purely organic. And here are some flowers that are going to happen soon. Not sure what colour they are. I might have little purple thistles over here. And look at this. My black-eyed Susans have blossomed. Isn't that lovely? Just beautiful. So you see, you need food for the heart as well as for the body. And the flowers are beautiful. They're for my soul. And here, look at this. Am I growing beans or what? Look at this bean. It goes on forever. It's got to be about 18 inches long. And yeah. So I'm going to harvest those. I'm going to have those for dinner tonight. Some of them. Really nice. And this is the little section in here. There's some more things that are starting to bloom. I don't know, these ones. They look like something's going to happen. And that's my raspberry bush, which is thinking about growing. I'll have to replant that before the winter. Put it in the soil so that gorgeous. This there used to be a cherry tree there, so a lot of these shoots came from the cherry tree, which are nice. They're pretty, like these. This was from the cherry tree. And here I have something that looks like, I'm not sure whether that's spinach or cabbage, I'm not sure. Now this is a great success story. My lettuce. I've had lettuce ever since the beginning of spring. I just keep watering it and it just keeps on growing, so I have lettuce all the time. It's nice how it just keeps on growing. Here I have some flowers growing, but I planted sunflowers, but they didn't grow, but something's growing, which is interesting. Not sure what. And then over here I have some interesting ferns, which are really nice. Look at that. You hear those birds going? Just lovely, aren't they? There's a holly tree. And there's my office through there. Yeah, and here, look. These showed up out of nowhere too. There's some sort of fern. It looks like I did it on purpose, but no, I didn't. So there's my front garden. I'll probably pull out the mower today and just cut around the edges. I missed here these yellow flowers, which are so lovely. These grew out of nowhere too. Beautiful. Like little parts of sunshine. And this little patch here, they're just these gorgeous purple flowers. They mostly seem to have gone now, which is a shame. That's why I didn't cut it, because they were just so pretty, these lovely flowers. But now I think I will. I think they've completed their usefulness. I'm not sure they're going to come back. And here I have some marigolds growing. And I have another potato patch. Potatoes, yeah, definitely. I do grow a lot of potatoes. You can see here. I just keep them inside. They start growing there, and then just cover them lightly with soil. And they produce more potatoes. The trick with potatoes is to keep them in. Just keep them in as long as possible. And here's some more kale. Yeah, I started off with 1 bucket of kale, and I just kept on dividing it, putting in other pots, and then planting them out. And this is some potatoes that I planted in May. So that's 2 months ago. There's another one there. So that is my beautiful garden. This is Susanna J. Dodgson, peacescientist.org. Peace to all of us. The peace from God that passes all understanding be with you today and forever. I'm lucky I live in the United States, where we have a separation of church and state. You can say and you can believe anything you like. And I have been welcomed in churches, meeting houses, synagogues, masjids. And I have seen the advantages of peace. My parents were met in the middle of London when bombs were falling during the Second World War. I grew up in the shadow of war, in the shadow of destitution, desperation, devastation. Peace is everything. peacescientists.org. peacescientists.org. God bless you all.